Hello, everyone. Welcome into the season finale of the OUA basketball show. My name is Griffin Porter. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Apologies that we're a little late on this final episode. We just wanted to make sure that we took the time to get you guys the best guests possible, make the best season finale show possible. So it's been a couple weeks since the final 8 tournaments where we saw 2 fantastic basketball competitions and lots of great showings from lots of different OUA teams. We'll start with the men's side out in Quebec City, where unfortunately no OUA team brought home the hardware. It was the University of Laval that won the national championship there, so congratulations to them, but also congratulations to Queens and Ottawa, both of them winning medals at the Final 8, and Brock, congratulations to them on a strong season as well. But the real OUA headlines were over in Edmonton at the women's Final 8. We got the dream semifinal matchup, folks. Queens and Carleton, those amazing rivals of the last few years, clashed again. And once again, it was Carleton eking out a victory before they went on to play Saskatchewan in the national championship. And that game against Saskatchewan was just an instant classic, wasn't it? The Carleton University Ravens winning 70-67 to capture their second consecutive national championship. A massive congratulations to them. What an amazing school that really put their names into U Sports basketball history. And here to tell us all about it is great friend of the show, Kali Pocrnic. And my guest today, of course, could there be any other? The most, I think, commonly occurring guest in OUA basketball history, a great friend of the show. I was so good. I was saying before we started recording, I held off all year, even the weeks when I didn't have a guest. I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to want to save her for the end of the season. And then you did pop in when before Capital Hoops. That was fun. Kali Pocrnic, thank you so much for officially returning to the OUA basketball show.
Thank you for having me.
Just before we get started here, I'm just going to throw this on. Proud alumni. First of all, would you like to apologize to me for coming on the show unscheduled and throwing all of my prep out the window before Capital Hoops?
I am sincerely so sorry.
Thank
it just happened. I had no idea what was going on.
No, that was a lovely surprise, of course, and now maybe not as much of a surprise, although a long, hard road to your second consecutive national championship for you and the Carleton Ravens. Congratulations. I know you've said it's hard to put it into words. Is there anything you can do for the historic accomplishment that you and your team achieved?
Other than just, going to battle and seeing the development of my team throughout these last few months is incredible. And to say we, came out victorious together as a team, it's just unlike any other. And to do it 2 years in a row with almost the exact same group with a few, add-ons, it's just absolutely amazing.
That brings me into like sort of the tournament focus. It's such a fun, unique thing to have played these OUA teams all year and then go out and with such short notice, you have to prepare to take on one of maybe the second best team in the entire country. How do you guys approach that? Because you don't have the time to prep for them the same way you would for like your semifinal against Queens. Like, what is the mindset?
Going into it, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. Sask all year has been amazing. I think they had a record of 19-1, so we knew like they're the highest competition we're going to ever face this year, or we would face that year, and we knew it was just going to be really, really tough. Like they have a lot of talent, a lot of size, so we knew we were going to really have to dig deep and just know we had each other's back at all cost. But in terms of preparation, like we always keep it the same no matter what. And even like in the OUA when we're playing in regular season, we play Friday one team and then Saturday the next team. And like we always, our scout is always the same regime. Like we don't really change it up. So we know what we are looking for when we're watching film, and we know how to individually take their scout and make sure we're guarding them the way we need to guard them. So not that it was like easy to scout them at all, because it really wasn't. They're such a deep team and they're so amazing. So it's just like that repetition that we've been doing and preparing each and every week in regular season that made it kind of easy going into it.
Right. Well, clearly a very well prepared squad, and they took everything you guys could throw, and you took everything they could throw. And But when the chips are down, as we have known about you for the last couple of years, you in particular, with all I'm sure you will say help and support for your teammates because it's true. You come through in the clutch. This is your second consecutive year being named the championship or the Final Eight MVP. You're the first person to do that since Maya Marie Langelop. Apologies for my French to Maya Marie and her family, but that was not good. But that's of course an incredibly impressive feat. How do you do it? How do you turn up when the lights get brightest? Do you do anything differently?
I mean, you're right. I always put it to my team first. I know they always look to me for leadership, and I look to them for leadership. And like Dorcas Buisa always says to me, and basically before every game, she's like, "You shoot every shot you can take. If you miss it, I'll get the rebound, I'll put it up, or I'll pass it back to you. Like, no matter what, I just want you to keep shooting." So in those moments when my team needs me or my team needs some type of energy, I know they have faith in me to take those shots and also maybe make those shots. And I know that if I don't necessarily make them, it also creates opportunities for others on my team. So I just have a lot of confidence in that sense. I'm never looking for, I want to be like the hero to save the day or anything. It's more like, if I don't take these shots in a way, I'm kind of being selfish, And yeah, like I said, like just my team just gives me all the confidence and faith I need. And I know that I'm going to do the same to them. So it's just amazing feeling. I never feel like a lot of pressure because I know they have my back.
Absolutely. I mean, it showed out there all year long. And now, if you'll pardon me, I want to jump back in time a bit to the beginning of the season. You guys are the national champions coming into the year, obviously. That's a new feeling. That's a new sort of
Yeah.
knowledge that you guys will be getting every team's best shot every single weekend and all that. How much of like feeling the pressure of repeating was weighing on you guys this season? No one's done it since those amazing Windsor teams. That run ended in 2015. Was that like an overarching theme in your season coming from Coach Sinclair and the team?
Um, Maybe like we felt that coming back into the summer, like really training hard because we're like, okay, we're going to have to really come out with like a big, like, statement, I guess. But once the season went on and once we really started getting into the groove, um, there was never any pressure to win. I feel like the way we approach games and even practices too, it was never to win a national championship. It was just to become better every single day and better every game and just keep raising those bars until hopefully at the end of the season we do come out on top. Like obviously people go into seasons like, yeah, this is the year we're gonna make like win a national championship, but this year it was like, okay, congrats, you did it, move on. Like it was, we really put that to the side and really just focused on playing for each other. And like I said, raising that bar each and every day that Danny always instills on us at every practice and just trying to get to the best we can be, really.
All right. Well, the best you can be is apparently pretty good. And just before I let you go here, Callie, I have a feeling, or actually, I got two more for you. Number one, before I get to the one that I don't think you're going to like, less minutes per game this year, less shots per game this year, a bit of a step back in the regular season, as we mentioned, turn it up in the playoffs. But was that a deliberate effort between you and Coach Sinclair? Was that just an acknowledgement of the great team that you have around you? What was that mentality this year?
Definitely. Um, One, like you said already, like we have such a great team, so there's a lot of times where I don't need to be playing heavy minutes. Dorcas doesn't need to be playing heavy minutes, so there is some strategic, I guess, um, thought there. I had a really bad Achilles tendonitis. So I was kind of dealing with that mostly at the beginning of the season. So we were really just trying to make sure I lasted the whole year.
Good
So that was,
strategy.
yeah, that was a very, very big kind of thought in all that, like minutes wise and stuff, but also like I don't need to play that many minutes. Like you think of like Teresa Donato coming off the bench who goes on and scores 15 every single
What a
game.
season for her.
Yeah, like she's had her best season this year. And you think of like Kiana Jade Flynn, you think of Jack, you think of Zarina, you think of Dorcas, Ocean, like our rookies coming in, Miranda and Ingrid, like there's just so much talent that it was like, why can't everyone play, you know? So yeah, I think it was just there were so many opportunities for everyone, so we really took advantage of that.
There we go. And the last one, in the eyes of me, and I think anyone else who has observed over the last few years, you, with all, as we have said multiple times, due credit to a fantastic supporting cast around you, you have really cemented yourself as one of the all-time great players in the history of Carleton University basketball. It's such a prestigious program. We all know about the run of national championships. One Carleton Ravens team has won the national championship every year, going back however many. I forget the exact number because it's too high for my brain. What do you think of the notion that you are one of the all-time best to wear this uniform, this proud uniform, and what does that mean to you?
Um, oh wow, like that's like a hard one to answer, but like just being able these last 5 years or four, I guess, playing to wear the number four and to wear the Carleton Ravens jersey has just been such an honor. This program is unlike any other, and it's not just about basketball. I think I've said this on the podcast before. Like, it's not just about basketball, it's about life. It's about building character, it's about building life skills, building relationships that you're going to have forever. And just that itself is so amazing. And I'm so grateful for having that opportunity. But in terms of being the greatest, or however you worded
I
it,
said the greatest player in Carleton history, Callie. That's what you. No, I didn't quite say that, but one of the all-time.
there has been so many amazing players that I've been able to play with. But I even think before me, like Catherine Trayer, Heather Lindsay, like there's so many players. So I don't know if I'm the greatest, but I think I've done a decent job these past 5 years, but I don't think I'm up there. But if you do, if I'll take your word for it, but I don't know about me.
Listen, you know more ball than me, that's for sure. But I'm pretty confident in my opinion. Well, Callie, you said it's an honor as both a Carleton fan and alumni, and just as an OUA basketball observer. The honor has been all ours getting to watch you, best friend of the OUA basketball show Hall of Famer, Carleton University Hall of Famer.
Ooh,
Who's to say? Um, Thank you so much. It's been a privilege, and congratulations on your 2 national championships.
thank you.
And as hard as it is to believe, that is going to do it for us here at the OUA Basketball Show for 2023-2024. It's a great privilege to be able to do this show every single week for you guys, and I have a lot of people to thank. We'll start, of course, by thanking our amazing guests. We had all players this year on the show, starting all the way back at the beginning of the year with Aaron Rooms from TMU. What a great way to kick off the season he was. And then from there, Giselle Pablet, Oluwatito Akanusi, Madeline Weinert, Evan Shadkami, Ariane Samur, Julia Chadwick, Brock Newton, Dorcas Buisa, Aryan Sharma, Jenna Button, and then, of course, Kali Pocrnic. So a massive thank you to each and every one of them. Student athletes are going to be the busiest people that you meet. So the fact that they took time out of their day to talk to me so that I could bring it to you guys really does mean a lot. The second massive thank you has to go out to Chris and everyone at the OUA for making this show possible. Chris definitely helps keep the wheels turning over at Ontario University Athletics and brings this show to you every week. So a huge thank you to him. He's a terrific guy to work with and couldn't make my life any easier if he tried. And then, of course, the last and the biggest thank you, as much as we love our guests and as much as we love Chris, our biggest thank you goes, of course, to you, each and every one of you, whether you tuned in every week, whether you only tuned in this week to hear the national champ talk, or whether you tuned in, depending on the guest. If you thought I got a good one, it really does mean a lot to me that you all tune in and watch. OUA basketball is a terrific thing, and it's so fun for me to be able to talk about it every week and share it all with you. So thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in. It really does mean the world. One last time, a massive congratulations to our OUA champions at Queens and Carleton, and of course our national champions, the Carleton Ravens. My name is Griffin Porter. Thank you all, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. and we'll see you next time.